Okay, morning everyone. We have another problem. It's getting to be a bit of a pain in the butt actually. This cap the rubber has come off again. So it looks like there's a bit of a fault with it, that the rubber that they're using just gets brittle. And if I can see that, can you? Let me just put the light on. Look at that. Put the light on that. There's two in there now, the smaller one which they sent a replacement for, and that one. And the trouble is now I've got to drain the system because I can't get them out using the pincers I bought, because they break off because they're that brittle. And now I've got a little bit of seepage around, hopefully not too much, around the outside of the tank. So I've got some ideas I'm looking at. So I'm going to drain the tank using this, which is it's called a jiggle pipe. If anybody's seen one of these, they're quite handy. They have a ball bearing in the end. And what you do, you jiggle it up and down, and it causes the fuel. You know how gravity works, so you've got a higher tank and a lower tank, and then you drop it. So I'm going to fill that tank up into this one, get those out with some gloves on. I did put my hand in last time, disgusting. Diesel's a very good fuel, but they're not the pleasant stuff to work with. And I'm getting the leak, you can see. And the smell when you're going along is horrendous. So the idea is, let's get this fixed once and for all. I've got some ideas coming. They haven't come yet. There's a couple of valves that I'm looking at, and I think I'm going to, there's two options. Seal this off completely, take that out the middle, seal it off completely, and go from there. Or seal it off completely, put a separate valve in, which I've got coming if it works, or put the valve in the cap. So I've ordered a 20mm non-return valve, and I'm going to just drill that out slightly, a little bit more, or file it, whatever I have to do, and fit in and glue. I'll show you all that when it comes. Right, first thing is, let's get this thing emptied. Okay, so how it works is, put the end of the tank in there, put this one in here. I've had to straighten it a bit. It's called a jiggle pipe for no reason. Here you jiggle it. Just to get the hand, hold on. And here we go. You can see it going down. It's pretty quick. It's a pretty fast process. This is. So I'm filling that tank up there, not my tank, so I can get those two rubbers out, because they're just going to cause problems, because the lift pipe is here, and if I get rubber stuck around that, then we're not going to get any fuel to the diesel heater. So that's the general idea. 1 minute in, you can see how quick it is. If anybody's interested, it's called a jiggle pipe. You can just put it on eBay, they'll come up. You can get different ones, clear or whatever. You can get big ones as well, 20mm ones for really big tanks. Jiggle pipe, as it is. Just Google it, jiggle pipe. Nearly there. Just a little bit at the bottom. You have to watch out for a little bit of spillage out the pipe. But as you can see now, I can get them out of there. See the little bits that are broken off? Light. Yeah, so not a very good design. I don't like putting my arm in here, but disgusting. One. Where's the other one? Oh, here we go. Two. There's a couple of bits if I can find them. I have to have a look. Can't find them at the moment. Right, so that's what we're dealing with. Okay, I'm using one of these where I tried before with the rubber, I couldn't get it, but for the small pieces I think I can get them, so I was going to try that. I know you can't see it, but it's inside there. Well, you can see it actually. Right, okay, here we go, clean. Yep. Right, I'm not going to fill it back up now until I get the new vent, because it's pointless, it just stinks the van out. So I'll put the cap back on as it is. Shouldn't have any smell because, well, we might have a little bit because there's no rubber. I'm not putting another rubber on. I've cleaned it. Okay, so this turned up yesterday. This is the one-way valve. So if you blow this end, you'll see it just opens up there. So this is what we bought to try and compensate for that rubber thing which goes in there. Now I've got two of these. They sent me a spare. So the idea is to drill that out. Sorry about the table's moving. To drill that out so it accommodates this, which is a smack on 20mm across. So I have got this, which is, as you can see that, is it? 20mm in focus. Anyway, there we go, some of that you can see. There we go, so I'm going to go to that. So it's going to be pretty close, and I'm not going to go, I don't really want to go all the way through, I just want to get it to somewhere near. Alright, that's the general idea. Alright, so I'm going to use a scrap bit of wood so it don't damage my table. Yep. And then check it. Now we're nowhere near yet. Find that hole again. Ooh, right, somewhere near. Okay, so I didn't go all the way through with the drill bit. For the simple reason was I didn't want the hole to be huge. So what I did do, I got an axle blade, or you can use anything you want, something reasonably sharp. I just keep working the area until it's somewhere near, and then watch this. Gotta get it right. There we go. Oh, blimey. And there's a little rubber seal around the top. Oh, look at that. That is such a perfect fit. I don't even think I need to araldite it, but I might just put a little tiny bit of araldite just to seal it in. But look at that. I'm going to send this to the company and say, you need to fit these in and see how they go. Now, if this didn't work, the next option would be seal this off completely somehow, because you've got the other bit, probably just glue it and stick it in. So this is totally sealed off, and there's another valve coming, which you drain some of your tank out, you put the valve in the tank. I'll show you the valve when it comes, and then you can fit that, and that's just an air valve, standard air valve. And there we go, perfect. I was going to use a bit of araldite, but I decided against, because it's such a snug fit. Just by taking your time and just taking a little bit at a time and then forcing it in. I've really pushed that in tight now, and that's not coming out at all. And there's a little tiny rubber seal on the top of these, not this, but the actual one-way valve, and it's just fitted in nicely in there. So just sheer luck. But there you go. I'll leave a link in the description down below where I got these from. I think, well, they come from China as well, but this was a UK one, probably from China anyway, and it was £2 for £2.90. So it's a no-brainer. All right, take care. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and a like. That would be great, and we'll definitely catch you in the next one.